Hello, welcome to another session. Now, in this video, I want to show the construction of epicycloid. Construction of epicycloid. Already, you know the definition of a epicycloid. So, epicycloid means it is the curve or path traced by the point on the circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle. When this circle rolls over a big circle in clockwise direction without slipping for one revolution over a big circle, that is called as a epicycloid. Here, so let us solve a problem. Let us take an example of the problem. So now construct a epicycloid when a rolling circle rolls over a big circle in clockwise direction for one revolution without slipping. Take the diameter of the rolling circle as 50 mm and the diameter of the directing circle on which the circle rolls as 150 mm. Right. Now let us see the construction of the epicycloid. Here this rolling circle is rolling over a big circle. So now let us take, this is problem number 2, and here we are going to construct epicycloid. And here it is given as diameter of rolling circle. So that is small d as 50 mm and diameter of directing circle capital D as 150 mm. Now it is rolling for one revolution in clockwise direction. Now here the distance travelled by the point on the circumference of the rolling circle for one revolution, that the radial distance is, that is theta is equal to, it is calculated as 360 degrees into small d by capital D, that is 360 degrees into 50 by 150, it comes 120 degrees. So that is the radial distance travelled by the point on the circumference of the circle for one revolution. Now let us start the construction of the epicycloid. So now to start with the construction, first draw axis line for the directing circle anywhere. So first draw two lines so that is the center of the directing circle. Now, so what is the diameter of the directing circle given? 150 mm. So take 75 mm as radius. 75 mm as radius. And the center you are taken as O1, or you can take OD also, that is center of the directing circle. So now this center and radius equal to 75 mm. Draw a thick circle or a part of a circle. Little thick circle. You can draw the complete circle or you can draw the part of the circle. You can draw. So now like this, that is the circle, part of the circle, directing circle. It should be little thick because this is the directing circle. Right. Now the angle obtained is 120 degrees. Now 180 degrees minus 120 degrees, that is 60 degrees. So now taking the center of the directing circle as reference, using protractor, that 60 degrees difference divided by 2 means 30 degrees one side and 30 degrees on side. Then automatically the angle between these two lines will be 120 degrees. Now extend this line, extend this first line, that is which is drawn at 30 degrees. Extend the line, Similarly, extend the other line which is also drawn at 30 degrees, That is total here angle is 120 degrees, right? Now you have to locate the center of the rolling circle. So what is the diameter of the rolling circle given? 50 mm is given. Then the diameter is 50 mm. Then radius is 25 mm. Take 25 mm as radius. And now this is the point. By default, this is the point. First tracing point on this line. Locate the center of the rolling circle. Then with that center, draw one circle, little thick circle, so that is the rolling circle. So like this. This is first position of the rolling circle. And for final position also, with the same procedure, locate the center of the circle in the final position with the same radius, draw the circle. So it denotes the last stage, first position and last position, first and final positions, like this. Now this is the center of the circle, rolling circle, and the center, final stage. This is zero position and final position. Now the angle between these centers is 120 degrees, that is starting point and ending point. So now you have to divide the rolling circle into any number of equal parts. Here I will using protractor and taking this 30 degrees line as a reference line, and I am dividing the circle into 12 equal parts. That means 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 120 degrees, and 150 degrees, and 180 degrees. Now join all these points with the center of the rolling circle, like this. So you can draw the lines, or you can mark the points on the circumference of the circle. Otherwise you can also draw, no problem. But here you have to join all the point so that the circle is divided into 12 equal parts, like this. Like this, 12 equal parts. You are divided into 12 equal parts. Right. Now marking. This is the point P, initial position. Now this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That is last one, final one. Right. So now you have divided the circle into 12 equal parts. Right. Now using compass, center of the directing circle as center, draw the arcs from the points on the circle. Now, so first arc passing through the 1 and 11, like this. Then another circle, part of the circle, no need to draw full circle, part of the circle passing through 2 and 11, 2 and 10, one, then again 3 and 9, 3 and 9. Before drawing the arc passing through 3 and 9, first draw little thick arc passing through the center of the circle in first stage and in the last stage. That is little thick arc, so that we can call it as locus of centers. This we can call it as locus of centers, because all the centers for drawing the arcs will be lying on this one. Then continuing with the part of the circle passing through 1, 4 and 8. 4 and 8. Like this, thin part of the circle, thin. Then again with 5 and 7. 5 and 7. Thin, right. Then don't forget to draw another part of the circle through the last point 6, which passes through the top surfaces of the both circle. Now, using protractor, taking the first line as reference line and the center of the directing circle as a reference point, using protractor, now you have to divide this 120 degrees into how many parts you have taken on the circle? 12 parts you have taken. Now 120 degrees by 12 means each will be 10 degrees. Each will be 10 degrees. So for 10 degrees, mark the points. Okay, right. Now 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, like this. Okay, so now let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now join all these points with the center of the directing circle, up to the arc which is drawn through the centers of the rolling circle. The arc passing through the center of the rolling circle, little thick arc. Up to that, join all the points and extend it. Like this. Join the point, extend it. Similarly, all up to this arc passing through the centers of the rolling circle. All thin lines, but here to show for you people, the lines may be little thick, while you people drawing on drawing sheet, it should be thin lines. Now these points you can mark it as O1, O2, O3, O4, O5, O6, O7, O8, O9, O10, O11, then final one O12. Okay. Now the second part, you have to draw the you have to cut the arcs. Now to cut the arcs, circle radius as radius. Listen, circle radius, rolling circle radius as radius. O1 center, cut the circle passing through 1, then circle or part of the circle. Then O2 center, the circle passing through 2, then O3 circle passing through 3, O4 center, circle passing through 4, O5 center, circle passing through 5. You can see my finger. O6, sixth one. Similarly, O7, the circle passing through 7. Then O8, circle passing through 8. O9, circle passing through 9. O10, circle passing through 10. Then similarly, O11, that is circle passing through 11. So now you are getting the points as Here you can mark P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, P9, P10, P11 and finally P12. Okay, now you have to join all these points. So commencing from P0, that is 0, 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 1, like this. So if you are satisfied with the curve, initial curve drawn by the pencil, now you can thick the arc. You can thick the arc. So now here, let me make a thick line, thick arc, sorry, not line, arc. Like this, it should be smooth curve, not line. It should be smooth curve, but uniform thickness. Okay, like this. So now this is the required cycloid. Now to draw the tangent and normal. For this curve, now let me take point anywhere on the circle. Okay, now I will take the point M here. Now the procedure is join M. M you are selected. Now take the compass, circle radius as radius, circle radius as radius. Circle radius, which how much you have taken? 25 mm. So 25 mm circle radius as radius, and M as the point. Cut the locus of centers, the arc which is passing through the centers of the rolling circle. Now join that point, this point, with the center of the directing circle. Like this you can join. So now what is the radius you have taken? The radius of the rolling circle. As radius, or as radius, right? Now with that point joined with the center of the directing circle. Now the point where it cuts the center of the directing circle, mark that point as N. Now join with M and extend it. That is N dash normal. Now taking this normal line as reference line and M as the reference point at 90 degrees, perpendicular line at 90 degrees, like this, perpendicular line. Now this is the tangent. T dash is the tangent. Okay, I think now you can clearly see the tangent and normal. So procedure is, first select the point M on the curve, take the circle radius as radius, M as center, cut the locus of centers, and join that point with the center of the directing circle. When it is joined, it cuts the base circle, that is directing circle, at one point. Mark that point as N, join with M and extend it, that is N dash. Taking this line as reference line, using protractor at 90 degrees, that is tangent. Now it completes the construction of the epicycloid. After this, you have to print the name of the curve, that is cycloid. The height of the letters should be 5 mm. Then finally right here n dash means normal. T dash means tangent, right? So now here locus of centers you are written. Now this is the directing circle, and this is the rolling circle. Okay, so that finishes the construction of the epicycloid. Okay.